Hi, this is Chris Tolevsky. If you want to build a business that really works so that you can choose not to, then I'd highly recommend you get a copy of The Eighth Day of the Week by George Bakrnchev. You know, that single book has changed the lives of many people, including my own. In fact, I remember about 20 years ago when I first met George. In fact, it was more than 20 years, probably closer to 24 years ago. When I first met George, we sat in his office and he said, Chris, he said, you should get rid of your desk. And I said to him, well, what do you mean, get rid of my desk? I said, I'm an accountant. You know, people expect to see me sitting behind a desk with all my degrees behind me and lots of paper and a telephone. He said, Chris, that doesn't create relationships. He said, what you need to do is get rid of your desk and create more or less like a meeting space where people can come and talk about the future. So here's what I did. I got my big accountant's desk. It was a big black desk. It was massive, right? It had the, you know, it was like in an L shape. So it had the area for the telephone and the in and the out trays and all this sort of stuff. So I got that, and in those days I put it in the trading post. Anyway, someone bought the desk, and so I had nothing in my office. All I had was basically 4 chairs. And that particular day I was seeing a new client, and you know, I was a bit embarrassed because I didn't actually have a desk to sit behind. So I brought the client in, and at first he thought it was a little bit strange. And then he said to me, because I've noticed you don't have a desk. What happened to your furniture? You know, are you going broke or something? I said, well, actually, I'm trying something a little bit different. What I want to do is I want to build a relationship with you based on your future, not on your past. In other words, I want to sit here and have an open conversation with you about the things that you'd like to do. In other words, what's on your bucket list? What do we need to get done? Now that is a very, very different conversation than I used to have before, because before it was more about, have you got this receipt? Have you got that piece of paper, etc., etc. So what I did is I created checklists for all of that stuff, got the clients to send that in, got my team working on that, and I concentrated on the discussion that I needed to have with this particular client. Now what I did is I applied this principle to the top 20% of my clients that gave me 80% of my results, and something really fantastic happened. What I realized was I started creating high-level relationships with people, which means I could help them more, which means in turn they paid me more. Right? So my largest check, you know, my average sale went from say $3,000 a year to up to $20,000 a year with some clients. This enabled me to grow my accounting practice exponentially. But not just that, it gave me more life. Because what I did with the other 80% of the clients is I actually sold them off. Right? Now, this is a great thing to do, because what I was doing then is I actually got my income and massively increased it without doing as much work. So I had more life. So the 8th day of the week really shows you how to do this step by step. In fact, you'd almost say it was a blueprint for an accounting practice, a financial planning practice, or any other type of business, mortgage brokers, any other type of business, particularly that, you know, you've got the owner working in the business and wants to get out and actually enjoy a bigger and better life. So guys, I hope you read the book. I hope you get a lot out of it, and keep on that journey.